So, we know core Java. Yep. In core Java, we have plain JDBC programming. You know, plain JDBC programming where you make connection,
with the JSP and
SQL
servlet.
query.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing which you have learned in
Hmm. The
core Java, JDBC
core Java.
programming.
Yeah.
So in JDBC programming, you write each and everything.
Hmm.
What? You create a connection, you create a prepared statement, write the
Yeah.
query,
Then the result set.
that boring job, right?
Hmm.
Repetitive job. So that was plain
The core
JDBC.
Java.
Got it?
Hmm.
Then when we started Spring, then I said, let's learn Spring JDBC. Hey, what is the benefit of Spring JDBC over plain JDBC?
We need to write the minimal code.
Yeah, Spring JDBC says I am module, I am magic. Means I can make your job easy. How? In plain JDBC, you write the similar code again and again. That is called boilerplate code. But Spring JDBC is what says? It says
Hmm.
you just write your query and give me the data. Are you following me?
Container will assemble it for you.
Casca, that's the right keyword. Container will assemble everything all together, right? So you can reduce duplicate code or boilerplate code. And I'm telling you, Spring does not reduce only code. Spring JDBC Spring can do transaction management. Spring can do connection management. Spring can do uh, exception handling. All those things. Many more, right?
Hmm.
So which one is easier, right? Plain JDBC or Spring JDBC? Hmm?
Spring, I guess.
Only
Spring
query
JDBC.
plus data. In this, you have to just give the only query and data. Done. So earlier we had plain JDBC, then we moved to Spring JDBC. Like after Spring JDBC, there is another technology on top of it, right? That is called Hibernate. Hmm. People,
Yeah.
your question should be, what is the Hibernate?
What is Hibernate?
Hibernate is like Hibernate says, plain JDBC, where you do everything, right? That, boring job.
Mm-hmm.
Spring JDBC says write query, right? Only write query and give me the data. Other thing I will take care. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hibernate says, I'm more than Spring JDBC. Why? Oh my God. Who is more powerful, Spring JDBC or Hibernate? Hibernate. Question is how? How
Why?
Hibernate more?
Mm.
Yeah, that's good question.
Yeah.
Hibernate says, here you are writing the query. Don't write query. Just give me the data. Oh my God.
Okay.
Eh, data is minimal thing, right? What Hibernate
Yeah.
says? Hey, then
Just give me
You
data. You don't
just
need
give me the
to.
data and I'll do the rest.
do not write query.
Yeah.
Give me only. This is mandatory, right? Do you think any
Yeah.
technology could be there and that should say, hey, don't give me anything, right? Don't give me the data. Rubbish question. If you do not give the data, right? How your framework or tool will perceive the data, right? I'm saying, hey, I'm not giving you data, and you say my data. Make sense? No. Got it?
Nagendra, so I have one question. So, some after Spring, we are learning Hibernate. So, where does Spring Boot come into picture?
Oh my God, the day Spring Boot will come in the picture, you would say, I know, hey, Spring Boot, I know you, right? You are just, cup of tea for me.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm telling you.
Okay.
When Spring Boot will come, you will say, I know everything. Cool, right?
Okay.
So you would say, oh my God, why you haven't taught me Spring Boot in the beginning if it is so super, super, super easy? Yes, Spring Boot is super easy.
Okay.
Hmm. So the Hibernate is a part of Spring. Answer is no. Hibernate is an independent
Framework.
framework. So somebody would say in one line definition for the Hibernate, answer is Hibernate is an ORM tool. Hibernate is an ORM tool. ORM stand for Object Relational Mapping Tool. Object Relational Mapping tool, right? See, what is the meaning of ORM? ORM means hmm, ORM means Java object can be mapped into database table, and database table directly can map into object.
Okay.
ORM means object. Object means data, right?
Right.
Can be mapped. Object can be mapped with database table, table and database table
Can be made with the object.
object. Object can be mapped with database table, and database table can be mapped with.
Object.
I make you confused or you got it? Hmm?
It's a bit confusing. So
Big confusion.
yeah.
What is your big confusion? Please let me know.
So the object can be mapped with the database table. That makes sense. You take the database table, you can map the object. That makes sense. But then the
Hmm.
database can be mapped by the object,
No, no. Database is a big thing, right?
right?
Database is a big thing. Uh, Database, of course, yeah, database will be there, but you always play with the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Hibernate, how anybody can map the database, right? We always play with the table. Got a point? Can you come again? What's your confusion? When you save your data will be saved, of course, in database, logical thing, right? But
Yeah.
eventually it goes to
The table.
table.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why I'm talking about table.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Anybody else have any other question query for me?
The
Basically,
the wording on that is just confusing. You said the data can be mapped by the object.
no, it's not confusing. Object means data, right? In table,
Mhm.
what you can map? In table, you can map only data.
Data.
Object means data. Object is what? Object always represent
Data.
data. That's it. Is it correct or not?
Data.
Yeah.
Of course, your object is nothing as data. Object is a data structure, right?
Right.
So now I'm going to add certain point. Point is why hibernate. Mhm. Hello,
Okay. Okay.
why hibernate?
Why hibernate?
Yeah.
Right. I can write many points, but I'm just writing important point. It is a open source. You know open source? You are
Yeah.
not going
Anybody
to pay
can
money
use
and
and change
license.
it.
Anybody can use it. It is open source, and it is a ORM tool. You understand the meaning of it, right? This is big thing.
Object relational map.
Third, it's big thing. It makes your application database independent. Oh my God, this is the beauty of the Hibernate.
Yeah.
It makes your application what man? DB
Database independent.
portable.
Database independent.
Meaning is today, if you are using MySQL and tomorrow your company plans to change to Oracle, DB2, PostgreSQL, easily you can migrate it.
Okay.
Big thing or not?
Yeah.
If you write your SQL query, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then your SQL query always depend on database. I don't know you know it or not. SQL query is database specific.
Right. Each
Every
different database has their own slight
not
variation on
yeah,
the.
yeah, slide variation.
Yeah.
SQL query is database dependent. If you talk about join syntax in MySQL and Oracle are different. You guys will have a database session soon. We might start from the coming weekend, right? I'll let you know your plan. You can tell me. Fourth, caching. Hibernate support caching. Caching is one of the fantastic thing to improve the performance. What I said? Caching. Hibernate has inbuilt
For
caching, first
improving the
level and
performance.
second level caching. Confused? Oh, right.
I don't know what first level and second level means, but I do know what
I'll
caching is.
teach you.
So.
I'll teach you.
Yeah.
You need to just understand only caching,
Okay.
right? And dynamic query generation. Wow. If you want to generate that dynamic query, you don't know, you know, how many rows, how many column you are going to push, right? Or you want to go filter your record, how many column you want to use. You don't know. So
Mm.
dynamic query generation, right?
Hmm.
6, connection management, connection pooling. I'll teach you what connection pooling is. This is my agenda.
Okay.
7, transaction management. Transaction, I don't know you. I haven't taught you guys so far, right?
Yeah.
No.
So we need to know what is the transaction and what is the transaction is one of the sorry, beautiful thing. You should know what transaction is, what different type of transactions are, right? What is the
Okay.
importance of transaction? Because transaction word you may be using, hearing here and there. Remember, hey, yesterday I was doing transaction and it was failed, right?
Yeah.
And my money is detected.
Yeah.
But normally what happens, you know, bank return money back to your account, right? Maybe in
Yep.
couple of hours or maybe 1 or 2 days, depending on,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about those things, right? So in real life, we have transactions, and transaction comes into two category: local transaction, second global transaction, distributed transaction, or XA transaction. Oh my God, your concern should be I forget everything, right? What
Yeah.
you talked about transactions because I will teach you separately.
Okay.
Don't take tension. Oh, I need to make one more point, right? Unnecessarily. Let's do that. Actually, Hibernate support different kind of association, right? Like one to one. It is important.
One too many.
One to many
Okay.
and many to many. Many to many. Like I can write many points about it more, right? But that is enough. Clear? Hibernate is unit tested. Unit tested means it is well proven in the market already. Hibernate is already, meaning of this. See,
Hibernate
when
is
you
easy.
when you when you buy car, right? You always see the review of it before buying it. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Similarly
You
for
do some
Hibernate is,
research. Yeah.
yeah, already it is unit tested, right?
Okay.
So if you heard about some brand name, right, like BMW, Audi, so it's already well proven in the market, right? You do not
Mm.
have any doubt on that. Make sense?
Yeah.
But you guys, you tell me, you just came to know the advantage of it, or it's kind of very weird? Hmm? And oh my God, for one fantastic thing I forget you mention over here. 10th, automatic schema generation. Oh my God. But normally, when you right now you are using database, you always fighting to make the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ho, this is the main thing, right? Automatically schema and table generation. Oh my God, no? This is really cool or not?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I guess. Mm.
If you use Hibernate, do you need to create database table and all? No, at all. Hmm?
How do you store data without creating a table, though?
Yeah.
It will automatically create the table on the fly, right? That's not your job. Make sense to you? What happened?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Really cool. Hmm? So all these 10 points you have to remember.
Oh, really?
Hmm? No, no, don't remember it because when you do it, automatically you'll come to know, right?
Yeah.
There are certain things in your life for which you haven't referred any book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm? I don't think you read the book like how to eat. You read
Yeah.
some book? No, at
No.
all. You may be saying, "Are you kidding? How to eat?" You just order something for me. Okay, just kidding. Next thing is, see, I will show you the program, and that program we have to integrate with project,
Database
right?
or project?
Hmm. So here in our code, in our in our code, we are using JDBC program. Remember the program which I was showing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we can do is, give me a second, just a second. Just be honest. What do I have taught you so far? You understand? Basically, you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y-
For now,
yeah.
we're basically doing
yes.
Just database management right now, basically.
Mm. Next thing, I'm going to show you the practical. I'll show you the practical separately, and then I will integrate the code into project.
Project.
So if you see in our current project, we are using
The JDBC.
JDBC, and I will show you how you can switch to Hibernate. Huh?
Hibernate.
Yeah. Hibernate has different version. Latest one is Hibernate 5. So like Hibernate, if I want, I can directly embed into it, but I don't want to make complex right now. Mhm. Otherwise, I can integrate into it, right? I'm not doing that. That's fine. So for Hibernate, today I'm going to make in separate project, and tomorrow I'll integrate it. What do you say? Yeah.
Okay.
So here, sorry, you have to make a project. You know how to make a project? Main project? I forget it.
Other main
Other
project,
Maybe.
then skip.
Oh, you are 1 step ahead. Anyway, it's good.
Yeah, very
Next,
simple one.
like here, I'm going to make a Hibernate. Huh? ORM. Hibernate ORM. And my project name is, sorry, Hibernate ORM. Got it? But this is the normally package name. What? You know package name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hibernate.
yeah.
Hibernate ORM is my project name. Packaging may be jar and
War.
war or POM. I'm making jar because I want to make a normal desktop project, right?
Okay.
After it, I will integrate. Is a desktop means Java code.
Hmm.
After it, I will integrate my code to,
Web
don't know.
application.
Yep, web application. Just creating. People, if you feel I'm doing something which is not clear to you, let me know. Hello? Like here in POM, you have to add the jar.
Okay.
Jar. Why? Jar of Hibernate.
Yep.
Hibernate. Yeah.
Question is why, from where you'll get the jar, right? Even I don't know, right? You can Google it if allowed to me, right? Not a problem
Yep.
at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Abigail,
Yeah.
we can Google it. Hibernate. Let me check if I have something. My control shift R is not working. My bad luck. Always bad luck. If I copy paste, it will be faster. I'm trying. I don't know. I cannot search it now because I have many projects. Let me Google it. It's okay. Hibernate ORM. Like we have latest version of Hibernate is
5.
5. Hibernate 5 CRUD. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Of course. I'm going to do. Everybody is teaching, with Spring, but we don't know Spring. No, that's the reason. Oh, he's good friend. Hey man, give me jar and all.
Try to control F in that jar.
That's cool.
Or maybe just a
Okay.
dependency.
No, he may be having the code, right? He may be saying go and download it.
I mean, there's Hibernate tutorial if you click that one.
Hmm. Here we have too much.
Bootstrap, good.
No
Hibernate.
issue, no issue. Give me a second. I need some.
It's probably on Hibernate framework,
No,
basically.
I may mention it. Oh,
Oh, he has a lot of examples.
too many things.
CRUD example right there. CRU.
We need. When I'm doing, you guys are guiding me, right? That's cool. Correct. Eh,
Code Hibernate CRUD API tutorial.
So let's use. Basically, I need a POM first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So can you help me? Yep,
Yes,
helping.
from dependencies.
Here you need dependency, these two jars.
Yeah.
If I'm moving fast, let me know. No, right?
This is fine.
And you want to use Java 8? Yes. If you want to use Java 8, what you need to do?
Properties. Properties.
Properties. Like this is the repetitive thing, right? Which you are doing
Yes.
daily, right? That's why
Mhm.
I'm told you learn once and use everywhere. Done. Hey, this is Hibernate jar and this is my SQL jar. My Hibernate is ready and crying, right? And right click
Mhm.
on that when you update your palm. Always we do like this,
Phones
right?
update.
Blindly when
Yep.
you are sleeping.
Yep.
Ah, you know it, right? Yep, yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. My jar is here. Oh, for Hibernate, you just added two dependency, but I got many. Well, how? Because sometime one dependency might have dependency on other jar. So when you
Yeah.
download this, it also downloaded dependent jar. Make sense? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like here in Hibernate, first thing after adding jar, you have to make a class. Pojo class, right?
Yeah.
Normally we call it entity class. What class? Entity.
Entity.
What is entity? Entity is a class which object you can save into database. What is it? Entity is a class which object you can save in database. Similar to bean. Bean is a class, no class.
That you can save inside
Yeah.
database.
No. Bean is the object managed by string container.
Yeah.
Entity is an object which can be saved into database. So here, what do you want to do? I want to make a very simple program. Okay. I'm making class vehicle. Hmm?
Okay.
And again, when you use Hibernate, you should have a primary key always. So VID and every vehicle will have what vendor, brand, whatever.
You'll have
Yeah.
co-
Color.
That's color.
And
That's it.
yeah.
right.
Because I'm in hurry today. Okay. So you can add you know many
Price.
attributes. Whatever you want to add. I don't care. After it, have you heard about Lombok?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
At data and
At
then
data. Yep.
I want this kind of confidence.
No, but we need to insert the dependency. We have done that.
Exactly. You know that. Okay. And
Yeah.
now you can feel I'm doing boring job. Hmm. Like here, basically, I want to make it entity. Entity, so you can use this Hibernate notation at entity. At entity means this class object will be saved into database.
okay.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Eclipse said not today.
Not today.
Message again. एक second. It's coming. Let me go close other editor. क्या करें? मैं बताता हूँ क्या बोलना है. Hello? Hey, what is the meaning of entity? Entity means you are giving instruction, hey Hibernate, you can save this object into database.
Database.
Like you have to tell the table name also. When you persist this object say, hey, where I can be persist? You tell me the table name. So we are saying in which table name?
Vehicle.
Vehicle underscore tval, right?
Does
If
it
it
pull
won't give
into
the
database?
yeah.
So then we need to
Database
give
name
the name of a database.
database name will give somewhere in the when
Oh,
you make the connection.
Okay.
okay.
After it in this you have to say you have to must specify which column is primary key. You can go to the getter and you put the ID. ID means this is the
Right.
primary key.
Oh wow.
And then you can write generated value. Generated value means you want to say, hey, this is the primary key and this is auto generated. Auto generated means programmer is not supposed to
Write it.
set the value of it.
Yeah. Auto increment.
And here,
What if we use Lombard?
if you can use Lombard, then you can put this annotation. Very genuine question, right?
Yeah.
Then you can put this annotation on attribute. I hope I'm able to answer your question.
So it just takes
Yeah, yeah.
whatever attribute you want to make primary key, you just put this above that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Nagendra, what
So
does this um strategy will do? Like what does
it's
strategy do?
this is the Hibernate predefined notation, and
Okay.
which is just saying this when schema will be generated of it, table will be generated of it. This column will be primary key auto increment. The way you do manually, same thing automatically it will be generated by the notation.
Okay.
That's it. And like in Hibernate, you have to make one XML file. That XML file basically will tell you the connection and all. And this XML file name is fixed normally, and name is hibernate.cng
XML.
dot XML file. Mhm. Yep. And content of it, you can copy it from your project. I, where it is. Where is my config file? Config file should be in src main resources. Any? I don't know. src main resources we don't have.
It might be in Target.
No, no, it's not in target.
Util, DAO.
Query. I'll get it.
Is this how you connect to a database right here up
No,
top?
no,
That's your
actually you can use XML file, but he's not doing XML file.
yeah.
He's
He's
doing with
not
the
doing
notation.
Yeah.
He's doing with the Java class only. Fine. Like in Spring, you are not going to write all this code. This code will be one time, right?
Hmm.
So either you can make XML file, I can show you. Either you can basically in Hibernate you have to make session factory, right? And who will make this setting all? Spring will do automatically for you. Today I'm doing it manually, but tomorrow I'll show the magic. Fine. So
Okay.
this file, we can do with this file also, but I'm not doing without file. So utils
Vehicle util.
and this, I paste it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hibernate. You guys are confused? No at all. Makes sense? Hey, who will write this code for you? Automatically, this code will be written by Hibernate.
Hibernate.
Sorry, Spring Framework. Spring Framework. If you use only Hibernate, you have to write all those things manually. But if you use Spring, Spring will automatically do everything for you, right? Done.
So Spring and
Uh,
Hibernate can be used side by side.
yep.
Okay.
Here, voice giving error. I don't know. It's not compiling. Q configuration. Jar issue. Actually, whatever jar they give you, sometimes it's not appropriate. But approach is same. एक second. Hibernate 5. I may have already dependencies and all. Oh, dependency is important. Sometimes when you Google it, whatever dependency you get, right, that is always correct. It's not mandatory, right? It will not work. Are you following me? Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if I have something already in place. Or actually, this is integrated with the project, but I don't want to do it, right? We want to do it independently. H. Mhm. Give me a second. Oh, hibernate 5 grad. This website is also good. No, not this one. This Boraji, but this is everything is with MBC. So let's do this one. This is simple. Basically, our purpose is we have to learn it. Fine. I'm going to use Hibernate 4 today, okay? For Hibernate 4 and Hibernate 5, there's no difference for you guys, okay? Hello? Down the line, we have little bit difference. I'll tell you what difference are. That's fine with you?
Sure.
Hello? We are
Sure.
just changing the
Dependencies.
what dependency and version of it. But approach and everything will be same. Like here, I put the dependency of
Hibernate 4.
4. And the here, I'm going to use the hibernate.cp.xml file as we discussed. Fine.
Hmm.
So I'll tell you what changes I'm doing. Attention. Hey, this file is responsible for making connection and all. So allow me. Hmm. Like here you have to mention the Pojo name, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
What name?
Vehicle.
Vehicle.
Vehicle, right? Like here in Hibernate, whatever entity you have, all the entity you have to define and you have to register it. Register it means you have to tell to the Hibernate, this is my entity. So I just mentioned it, hey, vehicle is my entity. Got it?
Hmm.
And you have to mention your database name and all. So do you know database name?
Cubic tag, I guess.
I'm going to make cubic take underscore db.
Yeah.
So here you can make cubic take underscore db root and mysql 1234. You fine? Then here I would like to tell you where we are no? So far. Then here what we did, first we added the dependency in the POM. Agree? Second,
Hmm.
we created this file. This file is responsible for making connection to the database and all. This is a Hibernate specific file. In a Hibernate specific file, you have to always mention the entity class name. That's it. I have done.
On the Palm, you have like log. What's that?
Log is for logging purpose. Logging is something which I will teach you separately. Fine.
Okay.
Logging, logger, right?
Yeah,
Log4j,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
SM4j, those kind of things.
Does the Palm have anything else? Because it might.
No, nothing. You have just MySQL connector.
Okay. My
Now I'm
SQL
going
is
to
from the Hibernate, right?
I'm going to write the code to save data and database and all. Like here in the code, he is making the table. I'm not going to make the table, so you have to just make one entry here. HBM to DDL true and hey, what I'm saying, you want to create, you who wants to create table, you or you want to
Hibernate.
allow Hibernate. Like, it is up to you.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, hey Hibernate, can you make for me? So I would say Hibernate dot HBM to DDL auto. Can you see this? This setting you have to enable.
Okay.
यहाँ पे, this Hibernate HBM to DDL, and here you can mention it, right? Option update. So in this we have different option. I will tell you. Update means create the table if it is not there. Done. And now let's see the program. Like I'm going to save the table. Sorry, student you vehicle. It is up to you, right? So we are going to say vehicle. That's fine. No? Done. And so let's write the code. Like here, I'm going to write a main method. But this is last. After that, I'm not going to do anything. Main save vehicle. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like today, I'm going to write a lot of code. It's okay with you? Tomorrow we can reduce it. But in spring, all this thing will be done automatically. That's why it's easy for you. The main hello. When you deal with the Hibernate, you have to always build the session factory. Session factory is a heart of the Hibernate. You know, in the spring we have spring container.
Application
Similarly,
context. Yeah.
similarly in Hibernate we have
Session factory.
Session
session
factory.
factory. So we'll talk
Yeah.
more about it tomorrow. Today we just mug it, okay? And you know, I'm able to import and all. So Hibernate is loading the configuration file, and basically we are making session factory. That's it. Our job is done. Make sense to you? And session. If you confused, let me know. Huh? Like here, you guys are with me?
Yeah.
I'm making session factory. Code, no need to mug it. Something we are doing, right? So eventually it is creating what? Session factory.
Specific
Got the
job.
point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in Hibernate, if you want to talk to the Hibernate, you will call the session factory, right? And session factory will give you the session. So in order to access the session, you can call a method open session, or you can call current session. That's fine.
Mm.
So it will give you the session object. What it will give you? Session.
Session. Okay.
So in Hibernate, if you want to do something, you can use session. Confused? Let me open the config file. Tomorrow I'll show the flow of it, right? Yep.
Okay.
So here I build the session, and from session I got the session. Sorry, from session factory I got the session, and from session you can save your data. So in Hibernate, if you want to do something, you have to always begin transaction. That you have to always do it, right? And then down the line, you have to always do get transaction dot commit. Commit means you want to save your data. But this, like this and this part, you have to always do. Now what you need to do? What we need to do? I need to create an object of vehicle. You forget it.
Vehicle.
And
No.
in vehicle, you can save your data. What? Vehicle dot, tell me, set color.
Mm.
Hmm? Confused? No. Like in spring, your job will start from here only. Session factory, session will be automatically taken care by whom? Spring container.
Spring
Because
container.
spring container always says, hey, I can, create a bean and object for you. Yes, you know? Hmm. The primary key I'm not setting. Why, man? Because primary key will be generated by Hibernate.
Hibernate.
So here you have to do session dot method save. Save means you are saying, hey, session means hey, session factory means Hibernate. I want to save my object. That's it. Hmm? In Spring, you have to just write these 2 or 3 lines of code. You got it or you got confused? If
Since
you
it's
want to,
primary key, does it automatically increment the
yeah,
ID?
yeah, yeah. So to start with, we have added the jar, then I have created the configuration file, then we designed the entity classes, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And this entity classes entry must be present in the hibernate.xml file. That's it. And you can run it. When you run it, what should happen? But table
It
is
will
there? No,
print out the
table
name.
is not there. Table is not there. It will go and create the table. यहाँ पे, and finally it will push the record. Try.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, when you copy paste like this from internet, you cannot give the guarantee it is running or not. But you see, query generated means data is saved. You want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
If you see, you can see the table. Ismail luck is learning. Can you see this vehicle table and you can see the data? Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So
Yep.
tell me, this is super easy or not? You would say it's super easy, but you forget the step. Let me repeat it again. First step is create a,
Session type.
Maven desktop
Okay.
application,
Yeah.
and go and add the entry from the POM. Third, create this entity class,
Hmm.
right? The entity means this object can be saved into database. This is the table name. This is the primary key generation, and then create the XML file. XML file is a Hibernate configuration. This is heart of the Spring main file of the Hibernate ORM, where you have dialect, driver, and we'll talk about tomorrow, right? All those things again. Fine. So this is
Okay.
just a demo kind of thing. Tomorrow I'll show you again.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Like here, if you want to fetch the data, you can write one line code. Hmm? But I'm just saving it, right? If
Yeah.
you want, you can take all this value from keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Scanner.
Oh, BMW. Done. Hey, you got it or confused? Hmm?
So
No, at
this
all.
will create a new record, right?
Always,
In,
man. Always,
instead
man.
the value, right? Yeah.
Uh, so today, what you have learned in Hibernate, you are not creating database, you are not creating table, everything automatically done, and you have tried minimal code.
Yeah.
Somebody is saying you are saying minimal code. What is this? I'll show you. When you do the Spring, you are not going to write anything. You have to just use session factory. One line or two line of code you have to write everywhere. I'll make it tomorrow. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know. You understand? You got the idea. Tomorrow again, I will teach you again from the scratch.
Yeah. I
Okay.
got that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
guys, I'm going to post all the diagram and this to on your WhatsApp. You'll get soon. I think this is enough for today. Okay. So what I'm expecting, you just go through it. You just go through it once today. Okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
tomorrow I will teach you again from beginning. I'll assume you
Right.
don't know anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, but tomorrow your understanding would be nice because you know a little bit now. Hmm? So in one line, you can say Hibernate is something which is making our job easy, right? In Hibernate, we are not writing queries, we are not creating tables, we are not creating database, right? Oh, many more, right? And in Hibernate, code would be very less. So you seen, you tell me very honestly, do you think I remember the code? I remember the syntax and all.
Oh
Let me.
wait.
Huh?
Nope.
Too big to remember.
I just did just because of this tutorial. Basically, this tutorial saved me today, I would say. Hmm? I'm telling you, I already have all the programs, right? And everything is in the code. If I want, I can directly copy paste, but I don't want to make complex today, right? Today I have done, with without your program. To tomorrow, I will club this code into this MBC, right? And technically, this is called Spring and Hibernate integration. Make sense?